Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, and today I forgot to adjust the audio. Hang on, no, it's fine. Today we're going to be streaming more Little Rocket Lab. We streamed this yesterday. What's going on? Well, what's going on is that I am determined to finish this before Christmas, and we didn't quite make it yesterday. I suspect we are, like 15 minutes or something silly away from completing the last part of the third rocket stage. I have no idea whether there's extra things to do after that. I think probably not. Looking at the achievements, because if you look at the achievements, it's basically the same percentage as done stage 3 and final rocket. Well, it's slightly different, but in the sort of if there is something to do, it's very small, probably just a few cutscenes or something like that. So there's a very distinct possibility that we will finish this game within sort of 15 minutes. I can't work out from like Reddit and stuff, reading that, whether or not there's a post game. I think it continues. I'm getting the impression from what I read that there is nothing extra to do. Whether you even launch extra rockets, I'm not entirely sure. I need that up. Sorry. So if we do, I will, if there is an end game, but it's not very interesting, because what I think happens is you unlock hard mode, which is like 5 times the resource cost, and that's basically it. There are some achievements we could maybe try and target for a little while, but I may just end the stream early. So yeah, we will see. Let's get on with it and see what happens. I'm stalling, obviously, because this could be the most shortest and pointless of streams ever. But we'll have a go with Leo. Talk to Pico. And then I feel bad about that as well. That's true, I was a long time in. Honestly, sometimes those people in town will stop talking about so much it makes it harder to move on. I didn't read the first part of that, so I don't know what that was. Still haven't worked out where the heck this extension is. Now, it's definitely a time to expand the rate. Oh, she's still going on about that. Fine. And then Mr. Annoying Washing Machine. Right. So, I say we have literally 100 fiberglasses to do. So, it shouldn't take long because all of the plastic, at the very least, should be going up to the whatever these are called. Chemical plants, is it? Oh, no, it's doing it in a level 2, isn't it? Okay, fine. Still haven't worked out why the heck the quartzes aren't being delivered at the rate. We've now got like, what should be an entire factory machine, whatever these are called, synthesizer, in excess of what's meant to be required. But it's all sat there saying, it's not doing it at 15 minutes. I don't know what else going on. But yeah, if it's 15 a minute, then that's 15, 30... What's that, 10 minutes or something? 6 minutes or something, 7 minutes, I don't know, something like that. For us to get it done, which is not very much time at all. We could have a quick look to see... I don't quite know what I do with all this rocket fuel, I must admit. But I would quite like to see how much frame... Oh, we've only got 18 frames in there, okay. How about we pick them off the belt as well? Because, yeah, if we have to do anything with higher level... Oh, there's loads of them that way. That's cool. If we have to do anything with, level 3 assemblers or something like that, we're going to need a bunch of frames. Let's have a good tidy up as well. Always nice to have a nice tidy up. Pop that in there. Salty salt. Might as well fill us out, sort of inventory out. We've got a bit too many iron plate. Can I get any in there? No, I can't get any in there. I've been working away on the scripts for the next... I did wonder, one of the things I was considering as like... Because I'll be honest, I don't know that I dislike streaming anyway. It's not. I'm not sort of fallen out of love with streaming or something, but I have been finding it quite repetitive the last few, months, to be honest with you. So I don't not enjoy doing it. It's just... I think part of it is the time and the fact that the thing I really love doing is writing the script. That's like my favourite thing to do because that's just me imagining things, you know. I come out with wacky theories, and you know, I enjoy doing editing. It's like this thing of, you know, they're all these your Microsofts and your GPTs and all this sort of nonsense. Currently trying to push the idea that, you know, this Gen AI gets rid of, you know, the thinking bit of the problem, and it's the thinking bit of the problem that's actually the fun bit. Lost my train of thought then. But yeah, basically, so that's the bit I enjoy doing the most. I you know, it's not like I dislike doing, you know, I like doing the recording. I like doing the edits, as long as they don't take too long. Particularly like doing the two camera bits, because they're kind of fun. Excuse me. And I don't dislike doing the streams, but I think they're just too long. It's 6 hours where I can't be writing the script, you know, for the next video. How are we doing? You see what I mean? Yeah, I just don't get why it's not producing enough. It's bizarre. Oh well. How are we doing? 938. So at the very least, you know, we can go to the next day. We'll do then, but I've tidied that up. Maybe we'd do something random and sort of go down that. I could go and give some gifts to people, couldn't I? If we're going to try and do, you know, it stays active and we're trying to give people... Because one of the achievements I'm pretty sure is, and you know, full hearts with everybody. So we might as well sort of throw some gifts at people. What we got? Can we take all of them? I think we take all of them, can't we? Could maybe sell our ill-gotten gain. Ill-gotten gains as well. Why can't I get on Toasty? Grab them, you see. See if we can find someone. They should all kind of be trapped as well. What we got in here? There's stuff like, you know, I could mess around with furniture and stuff like that. Do you want a strawberry? Is this for a recipe we need to try out? Cool. I don't know if he likes that or not. I'm not sure if that's the thing. All right, you know, we could see 2 AM, health for the entire day, but you don't have any health indicator. Run speed for the entire day. Interesting. A flat white. So double fresh. It can be given as a gift. So maybe we should try giving that to Toasty. See what he thinks of that. Because I didn't seem to be able to work out what Toasty likes, basically. Oh. Loaf of bread to Toasty. 2 crops of granulated sugar. That sounds positive. Cool. How are we doing? 950. Interesting to see the old machines are all over town. Helps to see the kind of work that used to be done here. Would you like a ladybug? Kind of busy. Do you have something else to bother with this? So that would be a no. Would you like a ladybug? Well, so power poles with lights built into them. Oh! Power poles with the lights built into them. Interesting. So there's different things that you can buy. Yeah, okay. Would you like a ladybug? I'm not sure I'm doing it. No, you don't like ladybugs. Cool. I never really... And so you got these... And I still remember seeing them. Power pole with light. Do you wish to buy one of them and see what that's all about? Which is like the television, because we don't do farming, and it like tells you the weather. But you don't do farming in this, so it's like, it's sort of irrelevant. I mean, it isn't. It does have an effect, but it's like so minor, you don't really notice it. What else was I going to... Oh, I was going to sell him some stuff, wasn't I? Oh, look, you can sell eagle feathers. Interesting. So we've got some cash. We bought the light. Got loads of them, haven't I? There we go. What else got? Oh, you can get another donation bin. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, we've got the pylon that you can put down. I'm guessing small orange pylon to prevent people from passing. Guessing you can effectively set up barriers around your machines so that people don't, walk into them, basically. But I don't really mind. Okay, let's have a look at this power pole with a light. Is it a level? Well, I could tell from the distance if it's like a level 1 or level. It looks like a level 1. So it looks like a replacement for that, effectively. But let's just pop one in there. We can maybe come out and see how big an area it lights. Anyone in here? No? Okay. Oh, and there's Thingy. Would you like a flower? A prairie crocus. This is beautiful. Thanks, Morgan. That's very kind of you. Oh, yes, you would. Stays a cool only for a single day. I think I've seen a lot of these. Cool. Now, would you like a prairie rose? Make sure you know if any flowers or plants. I'm sure Aunt will mind. Won't we do? Yep. Love wildflowers. Thank you, Morgan. Yeah, so you can buy it. These are all sort of decorative, you can sort of fill out a thing. So I was kind of expecting the extension to add on more space so that you could, maybe put in more furniture and, put a load of plants down and stuff like that. But do a small orange tree. Let's buy one of them. I'll pop that down somewhere. Plus, of course, you can nick all of their stuff. So if you want to do some decorating. And I think you can put stuff down. Oh no, cannot build in this room. So there are some restricted ones, but you can certainly build, just around town, put the decorative stuff in. So there's all that sort of option. I do think there's a little in the weeds, as it were, that sort of stuff. But he gave me a hug the other day. I think put everybody in my body. Cool. What might you like? Might you like one of these green things? A fiddlehead fern? Oh, yes. I love foraging for interesting things. That's very kind of you. Cool. What about you? The tavern isn't so bad. I get to hear all the gossip from everyone in town. Would you like whatever that is? A watercress. Oh, you do? Okay. A beer. I know a beer I can make with this, so believe it or not. Thanks, crikey. Watercress beer. That sounds interesting. There won't be anyone here, I don't think, because they're outside. Well, let's have a look. So that's his house, isn't it, that we've just talked to? I think. And then we got, I can't remember your name. To finally see the spring again, damp water air, it has a way of chilling you to the bone. Would you like a whatever that is? A rhubarb? Mighty kind of you. It didn't get a ping, did it? So I guess that's just like rather than love, maybe? And that's his house. How are we doing on 981? I don't think there'll be anyone else that way. So they don't really do pathfinding because he could find his way around like that. But, yeah. Lots. Next hour, some really good fishing. Maybe he'll give it a little vacation soon. That's one of the things I was a bit surprised isn't in this. Is fishing. Very interesting indeed. Thank you, Morgan. Cool. I suppose the mayor's... Oh, he's probably trapped, isn't he, effectively? Yeah. The spring step today caught me. Had a really lovely evening with Dottie the other night. Jamie kept the baker open and prepared a candlelit dinner for two of us. Lovely. Would you like a fiddlehead fern? Really something, isn't it? I love foraging for unique plants around here. Okay. I say they're sort of grouped in this. It's not the specific thing. But it's like whether it counts as foraging or wildflower or bug, I found a bird sitting outside a window the other day while I was working on a blueprint. I'll admit it was a nice distraction. We've seen that one before, I'm sure. Would you like a strawberry? Thanks, Mo. I was just thinking how starved I was. You're a lifesaver. So, it looks like when it's a loved gift, it maybe does that ping noise. But perhaps that's only the first time, maybe. Oh, there you are. You're actually outside, are you? What have you got going on today, Benson? I've been trying to make a mind-reading device, but it's not working. I can only get it to show incrementing numbers. But it's the thought that counts. Indeed. Would you like some watercress? Oh, no, he doesn't. These are gifts people give to each other. You're an odd one. I'm the odd one. So he's not keen on that. Now, what's her face? Ooh. Ah, there we go. We've done the thing. Man, this place is buzzing these days. I thought it was just moving to some sleepy, boring town, but this is cool. Would you like a hazelnut? Hey, how do you know I was hungry? Thanks. Well, I'm not sure I'd eat a hazelnut. Oh no, hazelnuts are okay. I thought it was acorn for some reason. But yeah, I don't think I can. 8 AM to 5 PM because of the way I've built this appalling mess. I don't think she can get to the counter, so I can't shop from her. Shall we loop up, see if we can get Naru? No, I can't get through there. I might get through there then. She'll be trapped indoors. So I don't know what this was about. I mean, maybe forageable full of raw honey, and maybe it just counts as, say, one of the forageables, and you gift it to people. I'd sort of assumed there'd be a quest. I love the spring here. The flowers always bring the bees right back. Would you like a snail? No, that's her. Thank you. I love how art nature has so many wonderful things. Oh, cool. Which is Naru then? Oh. So you can't, you know, I kind of get focused on the factory building side of the game, and so the social stuff is there's kind of too many characters for me to like properly remember them all. Did we speak already? I've been supporting that university for a number of years now. Very impressed to see what the two of them have accomplished, especially with funding so tight. Would you like, well then, a tiger lily? Very interesting, thank you for this. I say, sort of gives, you get like a listing, I think, on each. So, who have we just done? Elise. But see, I haven't actually managed to hit one of her likes and dislikes. She must just be indifferent to that flower. To like wildflowers, basically. So I suppose once you know, you can then gift them. I'm assuming it's like Stardew where you can only do it once. So I can't just sit here per day. You know, I can't just sit here giving other things and working it all out. You've got to sort of space it out. I don't think that was everybody, was it? We sort of missed some people, but... Oh, I could actually... Did Toasty like that? Looks like it. Bread, yeah. Cool, okay. Now, what do we do? Talk to Auntie. Hello, Auntie. Oops. Actually, let's see about putting this down first. Where do we want to put it? Oh, there's a chest there. Large, sturdy table. Is that the upgrade? Is that the extent of the upgrade? That there's now a large, sturdy table. Okay. Let's put this over here. Okay. Didn't I get something else? No? Okay. Right. Auntie. I can't believe it, but it's done. That's the last of the components. Really? The new thrusters as well? Delivered and ready to be installed. Well then, I suppose we have some long nights ahead of us, don't we? We can take as much time as we need. T-1, complete stage 3 of the rocket. Oh, it's got a nose going on it. It's a perfect fit. I'll get the welders running overnight, but otherwise everything is ready. That's it then, just like that. After all these years, Mum's rocket is finished. Is everything all right, Morgan? It's nothing, just... I think I'm a bit tired. Maybe the lack of sleep is getting to me is all. It has been a long journey. You really should get some rest. Why don't we turn in for the night? I can take care of everything else in the morning. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Hey, Auntie. Yes, my dear? Mind if I stay behind for a bit? I just need a moment to myself. Of course, my dear. Take as much time as you'd like. I heard the fireflies have been quite beautiful lately. It would be a good night to see them. I'll be at the house if you need me. Okay. No current rocket silo requests. Oh, look, fireflies. Very pretty. I don't know if this is... I'm meant to be... I mean, I've not got any journal thing, so it's not like I... You know, we've got a research going. there's no questicles on the game. I think... This is... Oh, he's asleep. We can't interact with him. Okay. Can we go outside of the farm? I suspect... Oh, we can. Okay. It's effectively frozen because the clock has gone. And this is like, you know, I can't get... Oh, I can if I squeeze through the gaps. But this is like what you might call denouement in writing, where, you know, it's not quite finished, but it's, you know, a bit after the conclusion, as it were. If we go in here, have we got slimes knocking about still? We have, okay. But yeah, I think this might be a, you know, if you wanted to do stuff, you've got infinite time to do stuff situation. And obviously we're dependent on the resources coming out the train, and the train's not going to turn up. But yeah, time doesn't appear to be passing as such. We're getting a lovely little tune. But let's have a look at our light and see what that actually looks like. Oh, it lights up quite a big area, doesn't it? It's sort of big enough, I think, that... Yeah, because it's bigger than its power supply area. So you could have a few of them really sort of covering the area. Okay, interesting. Obviously can't make them, we'll only buy them. But yeah, let's head in. Don't think there's anything... Oh! So the sun's almost up anyways. Maybe I could watch the sunrise over the top of the mountain. Oh, I see, okay. So we've got to go up to the mountain. Okay. We were just up there. Maybe that's what the... okay. Because I think there's our mum's gravestone up on the... Or like memorial, if you want to call it that, or something like that. Up here. Maybe we're meant to go and interact with that. Hey Mum, mind if I sit with you for a while? There we go. There we go. Thursday of spring. A mined 1 resource. Smelted 13 ore. Boop. 100%. Days without accident 48. Excellent. Launch day. Ah. Pico. Coming looking for us, but We're obviously up a mountain. Sorry, hang on. Okay. We are up a mountain. What is going on there? There we go. Yeah. Well, indeed. What's all the commotion? She's not? Don't worry, I think I know where to find her. Oh, that's quite stargy. It's your big day, my dear. I know I just needed to visit first. I come out here all the time, some days just to watch the clouds move past. I keep thinking about all the big things Mom did. All her work on the rocket, her blueprints, her research. I wanted to be just like her. And I tried so hard. But some days I just don't feel like her. Some days I just don't feel like trying anymore. Blimey. Morgan, my dear, you are the most inspiring person I've ever known. I've seen how you've grown since you've come back home. You are strong, independent, fierce, and a brilliant engineer. You are like your mother in more ways than you know. But more importantly, you are uniquely you. And we all love you for who you are. One day we'll see her again. And you'll know just how proud of you she is. Now I believe we have a rocket to launch, my dear. I'm not going to see her unless we're going to clone her. Oh, crikey. Oh, we even got a safety ramp thing. Alright, last round of chicks, everyone. Rebecca, fuel and coolant check. All tanks are nominal. Coolant pressure and temperature is well within range. I hope we're not actually going to stand... Well, actually we are. We're going to stand here while it launches. We'd be a little bit in trouble if we were launching a whacking great rocket at this range. Elise, avionics check. Flight system is synced. Telemetry is clean. Excuse me, avionics is ready. No guidance? I don't know if I could give any guidance. I'm just so happy to be here. I never thought as an undergrad I'd get the chance to. No, guidance software check, please. Oh, right. Auto sequence is loaded and ready. Guidance software is go. William, weather check. Clear skies and wind within limit. Weather is go. Fire marshal. 5 cups, all-purpose flour. All right, looks like we're ready. Rebecca, begin sealing the blast doors. Beginning blast door sequence. Cover your ears, everyone. Blast door sealed. All systems green. We are good to go. It's all yours, Morgan. Are you ready? I am ready. Then on your mark. This one's for you, Mum. There is music, but it's probably quite quiet because I've turned it down. So, credits then. I will have to see. I might just skip through. Obviously, well done to all involved, but not a lot for me to say. I'm going to read them out. But yeah. It's obviously, I mean, it's, well, how can I phrase it? It's quite an industrial undertaking, like making a rocket, and it's not the most environmentally friendly of things. So it's sort of odd in a way, the juxtaposition of, you know, how it's presented and kind of the reality of it. But yeah, there's a lot of, obviously leaps of faith, as it were. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. As I say, it is quite focused on the narrative in this bit, and we'll have to see whether there is a sort of proper post game, or we're literally going to get dumped on the menu, and it's a restart situation, which I have a suspicion it might be, because I believe it unlocks hard mode, but we shall have to see. I hope we can continue for a bit. I would quite like to experiment with some of the gifts and that. Thanks for playing. There we go. Yeah, otherwise, I might just knock it on the head. I don't really fancy playing Crash Warrior 2. Also, someone's been disliking them on the live streams, which, considering they only get 3 likes, is a bit harsh for some. There we go. That's the. Oh, we also got all the photos in the. Okay, so you don't get one for. I assumed you would get one for making everyone 5 hearts, which is interesting. Also got like the machine goddess there. Look, the a cog goddess, as it were. But yeah, so I've really enjoyed playing it through. Final totals. So we've done launch the rocket as well. We've got that achievement. Okay. Produced items, 281,370. And it took us 96 days. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, I had the advantage to start off with because I'd played some, my free time, as it were. So that first period, I was blasting through it a little bit, up to the first rocket stage and getting toasty. I did that in, well, not a speed run, but that sort of scale of blasting through it, and then it slowed down when I got past where I got to. But yeah, I mean, effectively, we sort of went more than half the time without putting anybody through a machine or anything, so that's good. So, continue then. What's going to happen? Saving game. Game saved. We've been dumped at the... Okay, and hard mode unlocked. Right, so... That's still there. It says launch the rocket. Can we just load it up and continue? Or are we back to where we were, as it were, and we're just going to replay? No, that looks like a new day then. Okay. So we can just play on a little bit. Because you always did believe in me. I assume we've not gone back. But we could try and... maybe do something like that. The 2 things. Because I think we've only got 2 researchers left. I say there's still no extension on here. What do you say? Up and about already? I would have thought I'd see you sleeping in after such a big day. I'm too excited to stay in bed all day. Thought I'd head out. But if you have any loose ends you'd like to tie up, take as much time as you need. Okay. I wonder if... Do we have like a calendar now or anything like that? But this is our photo album. So we did get all of them in the end then. Okay. Yeah, so we got this pump efficiency, so we could try and do that. So I'm pretty sure... I'm just going to check on Steam. That there is an achievement for doing all the researches, so that might be our goal for this stream, because that gives, that'd be 2.5 hours to do like 2 researches, I think. Let's have a look on the list. It says, well, it looks like a lot of people must do that then, because the next achievement down after launching the rocket is complete all researches for the observatory, so I guess a lot of people don't quite do them all. So the researchers we've got left, or I've got left, are, say, complete all researches at the university, produce over 10,000 items in a single day. Not sure if I fancy bothering with that. Good Samaritan, complete 50 jobs from the job board. I have no idea how many jobs I've done. Safety first, go 50 days without workplace incident. So if we can just not... We're on day 49. So we will literally get that if we do one more day. And the other one we've got is get everyone to full friendship. So that's, you know, obviously going to take a while if we were to do that. But that would be running around, I guess, and giving people gifts and etc. So yes, I would say we can do the workplace one, I say, because we're literally on 49 days or whatever it was. We could look at the job board, maybe try and do a few of them. But everyone seems to want the cranes, which are an absolute pain in the backside to make. Oh, I need to reset all of this up now. Click on that, click on that, click on that, click on that, and click on that. Cool, yes, so research is to... Oh, we've got a mail as well. What have we got here? Dear Morgan, we're also incredibly proud of your accomplishments. As a small token of our appreciation for everything you've done, with a statue commissioned in your honour, crikey, it's on display outside the university. I hope it inspires future generations the same way that you have inspired us all. Nice. I didn't know I'd get a statue to myself. Blimey, maybe I'll go and build my own rocket. I didn't empty... Oops, I didn't empty out the gifts. So I'm not too fussed about the, you know, villagers one. Just a good way to kill time on that last day. But if we are going to make all those flow meters, do I need to complete... I think I need to completely rebuild that, don't I? Because I need like 500... Well, 400 and... Well, it's 22. I don't think I've got 422. In fact, I ain't got any in a chest. Where do I put the flow meters then? Oh, here we go. Ah! I set that. I remember setting that up yesterday. Okay. So 100, 200, 300, 450. So that should get us that research. There is one other one, though. Let's go and have a look at this statue. Always like statues to myself. Oh, here we go. In honour of Morgan for always reaching for the stars. Oh, they built me a statue. But yes, I've really enjoyed it. It is smaller scale, you know. It's and that's deliberate. You know, it's not intended to be a Factorio replacement. We could start up hard mode, I guess, see what that's all about as well. But my understanding, it's just the same, but 5 times the resource cost. So if we chuck those in there, we can't do this yet because she doesn't arrive till 12 PM, so lunch. Okay. So we do that. The pumper, all it does is like double the PSI come out of a single pump, which you can see we weren't lacking for pumps really. Okay, what can we do until 12 o'clock? What's worth doing? Because I can't remember what the things we needed was. Guess we could deconstruct because we don't need. Well, let's go and have a look at what's going on in the silo. Has it disappeared? I assume so. We launched it. But yeah, it doesn't appear to be any use for things like supercomputers other than because they're not the next recipe. It's like steel and iron plate, I think. So yeah, it's gone. No current rocket silo requests. Okay. So it doesn't look like we can launch a second silo or anything. Second rocket or anything like that. I assume a lot of these have, yeah, like flavour text to them. So we ended up with 1 million blooming rocket fuel, didn't we? I wonder if fiberglass is maybe the next research. I think I'm going to put a buffer so that I can maybe collect a few today. How many buffers have I got? I've got another one. Can I make more? I can. So let's make a second one in case it's a bit bigger and we make enough. And then it'll probably be something like these low density structures, won't it? Because that's a nice expensive one for it to ask for. So let's put them in. Start buffering them. In fact, let's put 2 in there. And then... Oh, I haven't got any iron plate. What else might it ask for? It could be the flow meters again. I don't think so, but you never know. If it's the green things, we've got like tons of them. Steel, we've got tons. Gears, it's not going to be gears. So steel, I could see. You know, asking for lots of steel. What's I going to do? I was going to put that away, that away, and then grab that. Where did it go? So that we can make a couple of them. So what's a likely candidate? How many of these have we actually got in here? Oh, hundreds. So I'll maybe just leave that one go in. Just in case it is those. In fact, can we put it on in there? Yeah. So that'll give us 2 things worth of steel. Could be plastic, couldn't it? It could ask for plastic thingies. Plastic bars. So let's try and buffer a few of them up. And batteries, I guess, but then didn't I have a load of... Oh, I emptied them out, didn't I? Yeah. In fact, let's pick that one up. Oh. Maybe add in a buffer where... Yeah, oops. Yeah. So I don't think it's batteries, but let's just leave one on there. Did one plastic. Let's do the other plastic. Which it shouldn't... I mean, we've got it buffering. Oh, it's got a buffer there on it. But then... Oh, and that is full, so... Okay. Iron plate, I've got a box that I cheekily put in at the flower shop. What else might it ask for? Well, we can go and find out. Guess it's gone 12. Yeah, so I've been working on the scripts for the next lore videos. The one I could say I finished it. It's probably, I'd count it as second draft. But it's on what the biters are. It's enormous. It's 40 pages. I use like a bigger font size because I like it to be fairly realistic because I like read it out as I'm doing it to see how it, because I have to write it as a, you know, spoken script, not a not one you would read. So it's 40 pages, which that could easily be in well over an hour of video. Good news, Morgan. I tuned the efficiency of the water pumps so that they will now produce twice as much water pressure. You don't need to change a thing, but you could potentially even cut back on some of the existing water pumps. The number of them around town was starting to get a bit much. Cool. So that gets us that one. The level 2... Oh, there must be 2 researches then, because there will be an efficiency as well. But yes, so it is fiberglass, steel beams. I think we can probably just do that. Maybe not the fiberglass at 1 pop. But I don't think that's unrealistic. We've probably got... We've certainly got 600 steel beams knocking about. But we will have to empty 100, 200, 300. In fact, no, we could get the steel beams now. We do them. It does feel... I confess this is the bit of it I'm not sure about, because it's like, you know, you end up with, you know, I've got a larger backpack, which gives me 2 extra rows there, and toasty means I'm quick, you know, way quicker than walking. And so you sort of, all of the requests, and maybe this is where the 5 times cost comes in, but all of the requests are perfectly reasonable for you to move them around by hand. It's not, you know, so that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, plus the 50 I got. And we've done it. You know, I don't need to set up a belt to take it all the way up there, and both making that amount of belt, you know, pre Machine God, you know, this is a long way to take a belt. Now, I guess you could have a generic belt, you know, here that you sent, but then you'd end up with that situation of it, you know, because it doesn't take more than it needs, as it were. So you end up with that. You'd have a belt that's clogged, basically. And so you'd have to come and clean it up as well. So it's like, I'm not sure about this side of it. Feels more like, particularly with the observatory. You know, even, I mean, maybe in practice the 5 times is just bonkers, but doing that trip 5 times wouldn't be horrendous, I don't think. Yeah, that we've just done. Especially since, you know, it's going to take a while for that to fill up, you know. So, how many lightweight frames have we actually got? 100, 200, and we need 300. Did we buffer them somewhere else? I don't think we did we? Didn't I? Do I have any in here? No, but we have fiberglasses. We've got 155. So I only need 45 of them. So yeah, if we just sort of leave that running for a bit, I think we'll be okay. But then we have to find out what the efficiency one. The efficiency ones are always much more expensive. So that might take a couple of days maybe. Just wanted to have a look at what we got pressure wise, because that could be, yeah, okay. So it's gone up to 350 because each of these is now 10. Okay. Yeah, it's a monster script for the. It's to the extent that I don't know that splitting it. Oh, there was 50 extra there. 100, 200. What we got? Sorry. 100, 200, and 56. So I need 40. I wonder if that's cheekily pinch that off the belts, maybe. Got it on here, maybe. What we got there? 100, 200, and 100, 284. Now, didn't I put some in a box over here? I did. 100, 200, 300. So fiberglasses. Then I also put. Oh, it's only 2. So we'd need. Whatever that is, 43 of your finest glass fibers. That's horrible stuff. Glass fiber. As this, like, look, it looks all fluffy and stuff, and it is in a sense, but it's like tiny little needles when it breaks up and it gets under your skin. 100 and 81. Okay, maybe grab them. 43. Ooh. 49. There we go. So that's all of that done. As I say, hopefully it's the... Well, hopefully. I'm expecting it to be the efficiency next. I'd quite like to do the level 2 drill and kind of see if that was worthwhile. But we have reached the point where... I suppose you're not quite true, because I am mining some iron at the entrance to the mine, but we've basically transitioned to just using the train. Was it? There we go. Billy Bit Rob. Are you still there? I thought you go to 8, don't you? Yes. Hello there, Morgan. I've got a new and improved drill for you. This will produce ore 3 times as fast as the previous one. Hopefully that will help you keep up 3 times as fast up with production. Okay. So that's level 2 drill. Synthesizer efficiency. There we go. Plastic bars, 1200. Crikey. 600 lightweight frames and 300 fiberglass. Yeah. Okay. Again, I can pretty much just leave it running. The plastic bars, maybe we've backed up enough. But it's a couple of days of production. It's not, and I say that's like the big target, you know. Let's have a look at this level 2 drill then. How do we make one of those? Where is it? There it is. So we need fiberglass for that. Okay. It feels like that's too late. They're giving you that. I didn't have that fiberglass left there, did I? So, where was I? Is that in here? Yeah. What we got? Is that enough? It is. Let's make one of them. How about we go down to the mine? In which case I should swap that. Let's see how this goes in here. So. Oh. Why is... Oh, there you go. Didn't seem to be working. Okay, so if we maybe get rid of these, and then we put our level 2 drill. Okay, so it's longer, but it's not wider. Okay. Let's have a look, see. There, maybe. So, if it's 3 times as much, does it fill a bell? Yeah, because we had a, I think we had a mining efficiency one or something. 90 a minute, yeah, so one of those now fills a bell. Okay. So I'm pretty sure it's like 2 of these. No, 30 a minute. Okay, so it's, so I didn't have a like a mining efficiency. I don't get these. I don't get what the sort of... Feels like there should be a minecart system in it, if you've got something like this. But you just pop them anywhere, they're just decorative. Well, they're like the barrels, basically. It's a bit odd. So, yeah. Oh, there's nothing coming out. Where's nothing coming out? Oh, because it needs one there. There we go. Okay. How much power does it use then? 2,000 watts. 500 watts. 10 PM. Okay. So it's 5. It's like it's got the power demand of 4 and the production rate of 3. So at this stage, so I guess that makes it more aligned with this stage of the game. Or not this stage, like the late stage of the game. Because then... Oh, I've gone the wrong way. At this point, you're producing loads of power, no problem. but it feels too late because you've kind of transitioned to doing, you know, the whatchamacallit, the train. Oh, there you go. 50 days without workplace accidents. Cool, I can start pushing people through machines now. Why is that? Okay. Thanks for all the support. I see you got it up. See it up close to the rocket launch. Thanks for all the support, PK. Ref Grumpy Chops is still grumpy. Why is it you hate laundry so much? But you're not supposed to eat them. There you go. Okay, let's have a look and see. Oh, let's actually empty things out first. Let's sort of tidy up. Bit of room. Don't need that stones. That's the wrong chest. Put that in there. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 700 space. I could put the batteries away actually. Put that in there. Flow meters, don't really need them either. Where can we put them in there maybe? So yeah, plenty of space there, so we should be able to move the plastic up. Hopefully we've got enough kind of buffered. Let's see how many frames we've got. 100, 200, and 66. So as you can see, that's not a day's worth of production. 300 is probably a day's worth of production. So if we literally wait until tomorrow morning, or maybe tomorrow lunchtime, we've produced enough lightweight frames. So if I just mess around, I could go and give some more gifts to villagers, couldn't I? Also test out, if I'm honest. Can you give multiple all at once? But yeah, so we've got enough plastic bars there for one bit. I don't know that the other one will have particularly any in. Let's go and deliver this. Yeah, I think I'll probably finish off the research. I'll have a quick check on the achievement, see if there's anything else obvious. But I might just call it a day there then. Deposit. So we've got 800 of 1200. Okay. Don't suppose you're here, are you? No, you're not in the... You're not observatoring. Oh, it's Sunday. Okay. Everyone's schedule changes on a Sunday. I think they do with religions. I kind of assumed we'd be building up on them. You know, there'd be like oops, what happened there? Well, I have to say, my academic career is set now, all thanks to you, Morgan. Wait, did you just call me Morgan? You only get one. After that, it's back to Mo. But why? I didn't grab 3 things today. Fireweed? Thanks, Mo. So she didn't like fireweed. And therefore, wild plants. What about your foraging bits? Because we happen to have a beehive here. Would you like foraging bits? Can I give you a second gift? Ah, no. So 1 a day. Okay. What about... No? I love how nature has so many wonderful things. Now, bugs and forageables. So she does like forageables. That counts as a forageable. Okay. I say, there's nothing stopping me pick up new ones, is there? And gifting them. Probably a little bit in the mines, nice and close. I guess part of it as well is like, yeah, no, there's not any things. Is if you just decided to go down the mining route, then the level 2 mining drill is probably pretty useful. So Watts is in, is he? Hello, Watts. Mr. Watts is indeed. You're starting to build up a reputation here. Good things, or only good things, I hope. Oh yes, just that if there's something that needs fixing, you're the person to talk to. Would you like a flower? Well, thank you. That's kind of you. I think I know what he likes already. I think I've done 2 kiss. Foragers, yeah. What about anything worth? Did we give you a? Oh, crikey. What about gem? Can we give gems to people? Oh no, it threw it on the floor. Oh, there you go. No, we can. People get, yeah, okay, so he's not happy with that one. There is also quite a lot of, so when you're streaming, you know, there's a little bit of sort of time pressure in a sense, of like cracking on with things and exploring the new stuff, and always busy, aren't we? You know, so I probably would have done more talking to people and stuff if it was just me. Thanks, Morgan, you didn't have to. It's like I'm maxed out all the relationships in Stardew Valley before I'd, you know, quite finished that. I'd, you know, done the what's it called, Grandpa quest thing. You're not gonna oh, you're not gonna like a hops, are you? Well, let's give it a go. Let's hop to it. So just a thanks. So I'm sure she won't like that. Flowers, yeah. That counts as a forageable, I think. They're actually flowers, though. What you use in the, you know, in beer. Okay, in case of huge hit, they'll be practically flying off the shelf. How we do it? So this won't have any. No, so that's not got any backup in it. Okay. Because we only need 400 plastics. So hopefully it's at least made that. I can see how many frames and stuff we got. Yeah. 100, 200, 300, 400. 200, 300, probably, yeah. So we've got the 400 plastics. What about the frames? 100, 200, 300, 400. So it's 2/3 of the way there. Yeah, so I say, just have to kind of wait until tomorrow, really. I mean, I could build a load more stuff and see if I can maximize production and all that sort of stuff, but you know, we're done. So let's just go with a simple solution. I mean, I don't think I can't actually finish it anyway, because as you saw there, she sort of stood there. I think is it Monday? Because it's Sunday today. Closed Sundays, there you go. So it's Monday to Saturday for the observatory anyway, so we would have to wait until tomorrow. Well, I could do, actually, since you're here. Let's see if you would like an agate. Very interesting, thank you for this. I guess I could test something. In fact, I didn't swap my hat back, did I? I could test me. Is he closed? Yeah, he's closed. Okay. So I could test out the like the run speed boost, see how effective it is, and whether it stacks with Toasty. That'd be interesting to see. Fiberglass, 300, please. What we got? 150. Okay. What about lightweight frames? Just the extra 50. Okay. What I am also curious about is the sleep thing. If I go to sleep now, I say especially since we can't do the research anyway. So I'm going to sleep at 2:35, and there was like 27 frames, so under 50 frames. So if we go to sleep now, which it lets me do, Stardew you can't. I think you can actually and go straight back to sleep, but a lot of these types of games, you have to be up. You have to be awake between like 10 till 4 sort of thing. Great. So how many frames has it made? Has it simulated? Because it's literally been a couple of minutes, hasn't it? Since we... Oh, I should do Leo and Pika. Because we can at least try and get them to 5 hearts if we haven't already. So how many are we up? Ah, that's quite a lot. So I think it might simulate it overnight. Ah, interesting. But yes, we need 3 of them. We do a quick sort. So now, oh, we got that one as well. I do that. So it kind of back up, which might help with the old whatchamacallits. Fiberglass. Oh, fiberglass is in here, isn't it? So we had 150. It's only done just under 150 of those, though. So maybe it doesn't simulate it? That doesn't seem enough, basically. Oops. But then it's... The crystal's not... the quartz isn't working properly, is it? Okay. Okay. So pop these in and it's done. Oh, we can come back this afternoon. Tick that off. Okay. I would quite like to know what it actually does. Yeah, let's go and have a... Whatever it was it an espresso that does the speed? Black coffee is time, health, run speed, espresso. Hammer strength, loaf of bread, okay. So if I don't actually know how I consume it, just right click, there we go. Ah, we got a little thing. Oh, we are noticeably quicker. We do have the boots on. Is that quicker? I mean, we seem to be at toasty speed. So it goes 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I think it takes us up to toasty speed. but Toasty doesn't stack with it. That's based on feelings and vibes, though. That's not... no science involved in that. Right, so we have 3 hours to kill. I could take all of this apart, couldn't I, and what have you, but there's like no point because we're not building another rocket. So what's the other videos I've been working on? So the scripts, so script for Biters is written and a little bit edited. I need to do what I do, like dry runs basically, where I read it out and effectively listen to myself as I'm doing it, and also noting, do I stumble over any, because I have a tendency to write in what I call in like report languages, and I'm quite good at tweaking how I phrase things so that it works for spoken language. But I tend to do, and I do it, it's because I do it mentally, I do a lot of like bracketing and you know, like the M dash, you know, a thought within a thought type sentences, which are perfectly readable, but when you're talking, although I do it as I'm talking like that, it's not natural for a script basically. So I try to limit them. So I you know, I just blast my thoughts out onto the page, and then I have to sort of dry run it and sort of do, well, that one works, I can do that one, but that one doesn't work. It's a diversion that takes too long to say, and when you come back, there's no flow to it, and so let's rearrange that sentence. So that's the edit I need to do next on the Biter script. After that is well, there's one about Gleba, which I've tried to make humorous. All of my videos are meant to be humorous, but I think people take them a bit too seriously. I don't think they quite get I have a very dry sense of humour. I don't think people quite get that. But you know, they still work. You know, I mean them in a... well, they're not serious because it's Factorio law. I mean, who cares? But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm trying to make coherent, you know, cogent points, as it were. And, you know, take them seriously from that point of view. You can power past the houses around town to join them to the same power grid and steal their electricity. Trying to store too much power from them, they'll be upset if you trip the breaker. We want to be good neighbours. Cool. Yes, so the Global one is meant to be more deliberately humorous. And it's very wacky, that one. Or I think it is anyway. But what else we got? Prometheum then, the big one on what I think Prometheum is all about. And then Prometheum Science. That's kind of the original ones I mapped out. Apart from the engineer being a biomass. That's pretty much it. I have plenty of other ideas, but I'm kind of going to run out at some point, which is where I want to get into crowdsourcing my content, where I basically take all the comments people have been doing. I'm going to turn you all into content and basically run through some of those ideas. Finish the work on the synthesizers more efficient. To make the synthesizers more efficient, they'll now produce new crystals twice as fast. Don't need to take it, making changes. It's already in effect. Blah blah. And that's it. We've also got complete all research at the observatory. And there we go. Ping. Big thumbs up. Tier 6 finished. So we will go and have a look what that has actually done. I assume it means twice as many crystals being, you know, pushed through the system, as it were. And hopefully that would alleviate what the issues were. So that might be one that's actually worth doing, given the maths doesn't quite seem to work. 2000 watts. So it still says 10 a minute. That's not any different, is it? I wonder if there's a bug there. Because it's still 30 psi. It's still 10 fragments. It's still 10 a minute. Is that right? Maybe it was 5 a minute before. Because, so I've got 30 there. And then I've got, because I had, it was, wasn't it? It was 5. We've got 30, 40, 50. 40, 50. 60, 70. And when I set this up, I was like, we've got 5 extra. So yeah, it's doubled it. Okay. Which is good because they don't actually seem to work at the rate reported. Okay. Yeah. So it's going twice as fast. Okay. So I think... Oh, I've left a gear on the floor. The bearing roll. So I think that is a good one, and maybe it would have been worth doing that one. But then it requires a whole load of carbon fibre, glass fibre. So, right, let's have a look and see, just to make sure there isn't a nice, easy achievement or two that's knocking about. So, global achievements, we've done everything all the way down. So, Chief Engineer produced 10,000 items in a single day. I think that one would be one that's better to try and do during the actual build. Because other than voiding things, I don't really have any use for anything. Good Samaritan, complete 50 jobs from the job board. Is one we could see about just for the end of the day. I don't know that it tells you how many you've done though. And then someone to lean on, get everyone to full friendship. So we're definitely not doing the friendship one. Probably, I mean I could try and do the 50 job board ones. But I don't think I'm fussed about the 10,000 items. For this, put that there, that there, that way around, you over there, you there. Cool. Right. I have to have all the windows in particular order. I've said this before. If I try and have the stream up so that I can see it's still live and it's not conked out on both YouTube and Twitch. But if I see myself, I sit there and watch myself. Must be hidden narcissism or something, but yeah, it's just too distracting watching myself. Particularly because it's on a delay. So the Twitch and a different delay. So the Twitch delay is like 10 seconds or something, and then the YouTube delay is a minute. So it's like, you know, say something and then watch it and then watch it again, and it's very, very confusing. Job board. Tier wants 50. See what I mean? 50 bumpers. Why are we going to grind out 50 bumpers? 60 small motors is it definitely doable, because we got them in a box up at Noors. 40 supercomputers. Do we think we've got that on the belts? Maybe? And then the bumpers. Am I going to do the bumpers? I'd have to hand build them, you see. What are they made of? What are they made of? Where even are they? Bumper. So I've got 8. We would need 42 winches. And like an extra 50 iron plates. Have we got 42 winches? Probably not. Let's have a look and see where people are. Mayor's house. So he wants one of them. We need supercomputers and small. It's 60 motors, so we won't have 60 motors. Let's see how many superb computers we've got. I can't get through there. Why can't they ask for lightweight frames and stuff? Like normal people. So this is quite dependent on Just got set on the belt. So I'm not buffering these at all. You know, 40's not that many. 39, there we go. 40, cool. Have I got motors in a box here? Oops. I think I'm way off on doing 50. I don't, you know, I think we got, and I'd have to do multiple, it only refreshes each day. So, winches. Oh, we do, okay, so we could do the bumpers. Motors, where are you? Yeah, I could do the motors, no problem. Cool. Oh, I needed loads of iron plate, didn't I? Build them. Long way round. Wrong box. La bomba. I can't remember how many she wanted. Let's go and accept it. And I'll find the people. 50. See, I don't think I've used 50 throughout the entire game. So what the heck she doing with 50? Oh. Is it not in here? I guess it was in the... No, was it you? Oh, there you go. Which did she want? Oh, she wanted the bumpers. I see, sorry. Getting all mixed up. So, Carter must be in the mayor's office. He must be trapped in there. Yep. Cool. Oops. Supercomputers for Elise. Now, where is Elise? Oh, up at the observatory. So yeah, speed boost is good, but I think Toasty runs at the same rate as the speed boost, so sort of a bit redundant. The health, fine, but it didn't really tell you how much health you've got, so... And then staying up late, so what, in a sense? Oh, other way. Anyway, with help, so, well, it didn't pop. So, can I see somewhere how many I've done? It's not going to be on there, is it? Jobs, no current jobs. It's not listed on there. Got a photo album. No, so it didn't tell me how many I've done. Maybe it says on the job board. But let's go to bed. And get it to refresh. I guess since we're not doing it, I mean, if these are all rubbish, the next ones it does, we could just go back to bed. Now there's a thought. Oh, hang on, doesn't the coffee machine work at some point? Oh, yeah, no, okay. So yeah, you can drink a coffee for free. I think that's every day, because that was one of the questicles we did. Is there anything in the fridge? No. So you can't get bread or something out the fridge. Shouldn't put bread in the fridge. I think we might, because it just says items, doesn't it? I know that maybe the ore doesn't count as an item. I was just like, because we could just chuck a load of mining drills going into, you know, boxes And that might count as the 10,000. I think it means actual manufactured, but then we could do the same with iron plate. We could just have a load of machines making iron plate, basically, and void it. Because we get the special voiding, we've got special voiding box. So you don't have to go anywhere. Right, let's have a look, see. What we've got on the job board. I'm sure it's a ridiculous request for winches again. Cable cranes, there you go. Why do you want 50 cable cranes, my man? Winches, there you go. They're all obsessed with cable cranes and winches. The annoyance is that they're like a pain in the backside to make, basically. Because the... Oops, where's it gone? There it is. The winches are heavy-duty motors. I don't even think we're making them anymore. And steel cables, they're easy, and we've got loads of them. I think. Let's go and have a look. Let's see how many... And then, because then the... Oops. The cable cranes are then winches as well. Which is why they're so annoying. See, you've got to do winches. Steel parts, fine. We've got to do blooming 2 winches per cable crane. And everyone seems to be obsessed with them. It's like, pump out 500 winches for me. 50. So I got 50 winches. And what were they? They were cables. Which we've got a box here. Loads of. And heavy duty motors. Some of. Okay, so let's change these two to winches. And then clear out that. And that. So we'll get these making each winch. Now, each winch. Winch is winch. Each winch is 1 motor and 2 cables. So to make 50 winches, we need 50 of them and 100 of them. And then the actual cable cranes uses 2. So if we wanted to make 50 of them, we'd have to make 100 winches. So there's a whole bunch of steel, which I say that's no problem. Okay. So if we do what we got, 100, cap that off, 200. So put, ow, they've not got boxes on. No, that's the wrong way around. If we put 100 in there, 100 in there, and then we would need we need 400, don't we? 100, 200, 300, 400. They're not really hard to make, the old cable things. Okay, so we do have 55 of your finest winches. Was that anyone's request? Or maybe the steel, maybe the cable crane. Oops. So what we got? 50 cable cranes, so we would need 100 winches. 40 winches, so we can do that one. And then 30 cable cranes, so we would need to make 70 cable cranes. Does it on it say, does it show me current jobs 2 or 3? No, it doesn't show me the total. Let's select it and see how we get on. But yeah, we're going to need a load of... In fact, who was who? So, Tia wants winch... What do you do in Tia? It says down here again. So you've got 50 bumpers, 40 winches. Oh, he's not here. Where have you gone? Is that you on there? That's not going to be you down here, is it? No, it's Michael. Where's she gone then? Oh, is she over? That must be her over there, surely. Surely. Let's have a look in the bakery. Yeah, that's you're Michael, aren't you? No, you're Jamie. Where's Michael then? What? No, I was in the store. I say I haven't really memorised it. Oh, there you go. You're Michael. Yeah, okay. Right. So Tia then was over by the boardwalk thing. Over here somewhere? Where have you gone, my dear? Oh, you're up there now. Oh, there you are. You're not building your own rocket, are you, Tia? That would be quite dangerous. That would be quite dangerous. So I'm tempted to give the... It's only 5:30. Tempted to give my cheaty idea. Because, hey, what's his face here? Sells the voiding boxes. My donation bins. Oh, we've got plenty of cash. So we have like 10 of them. And they take 2 inputs each. We could set up a load of iron plate production and just void it, basically. And copper. Especially now with level 2 drills. Right, how are we doing on winches? 40 there. 40 there. Cool. Let's grab some steel. Let us steal some steel. And let us grind out 70 cable cranes. And yes, I'm very aware I could automate this, but I feel like making a point. Right, that gets us 47, which is just short of... I need 80 cable cranes, not 70. 9. Oops, wrong way around. Have I got enough for 3 more? Yes. So, where was Michael? Michael was... was he the one in there? I'm in both of... Has he seriously spent all day in the store? Yeah. I mean, it's not got that much inventory. What are you shopping for, mate? So yeah, we need 30 more. Grindy, grindy, grindy. Gets us 5. That's another 5. No, I haven't. I mean, I don't know. It depends on whether I... Because I've obviously got a lot, like, sat around, as it were. Do we want to take them and see if, say, if we can do this? Because we need a whole load of... what do we call it? Assemblers. We've got a load. We've got 14. More than we have miners. Okay. Well, they work... yeah, we'd be better off with level 2s. Which are heavy duty motors, you see. Don't like using them up. But you've got useful things you can build. Oh, wrong box. Let's grab some of them. So do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. So that matches the number of assemblers we've got. We have 20 slots, I think, because these are doubles. Yeah, 2 inputs. So we should be able to match that. Because it's a day. And they put out 90 a minute. Hopefully that's enough. But we could also, like, clear some of the chests out and just make more things, you know? Okay, let's get some more steel so we can make, yep, more cable cranes, because that's our life now. So 11, 20 more. So we would need 40 more winches. Tomorrow there'll be even more requests for the same thing. 20. So we need more steel. Right, let's just grab. Got there. More steel. Boop, boop. So we can make 3 more from winches. So I'd need... Well, I need a total of 10 winches, and we've got 7. So if it's made 3 more, there will be 2 more. 4 more. Cool. So if we go and find... Well, I've got steel, actually. Here. So I have no idea how many I've done in total, basically. And I will get bored of doing this. So exactly 30 of them. Where is William? William is the one that's trapped on the beach. Yeah. Yeah, we can sort of set free a lot of this production, you know, get it running. And that'll add to the total. But otherwise we can also... you're not William, are you? No. Turn all this into iron plate. Are you trapped over here, William, or in your house? No, there you go. Not gone anywhere. The help, been so busy lately that I haven't had time to get this myself. I mean, it fills it up, but then it should disappear overnight. Which is why this has just kept running. Even though it's, you know, 3 buffers worth of stuff, because it just fills up. And then donation bin is emptied every night. Okay, so that's our 3 things. I just think I can't actually... I got to turn that into... So it's not that simple, is it? Because I got to turn it into iron plate using a smelter. One of them. Which I guess... So if I'll need a load of coal. Output bin. So I need to grab a load of coal, which I know we've got knocking about. We sold all of our bumpers, or we gave away all of our bumpers. Okay. So I can also look for things that are stuck, like the batteries, like the lower, like the frames, and put in bumpers or take off limits. We can do all of that. Unless with stone, what does stone brick? No, you just get stone brick. Because we've got loads of stone knocking about. Is stone the easier thing to do? Used for assembling into other components. Because these we have to, you know, smelt, basically. But I'm just wondering if, because stone is the stone block itself, does that count as producing stone? Even though you're actually mining it. Let's... If we put one up, say, for example, let's... Because we've got plenty of the level 1 miners. And we literally pop one of them on there. You know, does that count as producing? Because if you fill one of these bins, that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. So that's nearly 1,000, and we've obviously now got 10 of them. So if we make everything else as well, take off all the limits, that should get us past the 10,000. I think I'm going to go to sleep. So we get a refresh on the job board and see exactly how many winches and cranes everybody wants tomorrow. What did we... So we produced 2,000 and we're not really doing anything. So it donate the 1,450. That's because of the stones plus the circuits. So effectively, if we make that, you know, over 10,000, then that will have to be over 10,000 as well, is what I'm thinking. I mean, the achievement didn't pop when we did the 3, so we're still a few donations off. I think most people probably get that one more because they need the money. They're doing the money via... They're not using diamonds to make the money. Okay. So, job board. Please be something sensible. Unloaders. That's annoying. Item dispensers. That's quite doable. Cable cranes. What was I saying? Unloaders then. Unloaders are simply iron plate and maybe a motor, aren't they? Because... Oh no, that's not an unloader. That's an unloader. It's heavy motors. I got them mixed. I thought it was the item dispenser. And they want... Oh no, they want unloaders. What have I done then? It is item dispensers. Okay, sorry. Got them mixed up. Because the items dispensers just bits of iron, basically. So I'm obviously going to sit here and do it by hand. But it's no real chore. Where are you? Items dispensers, there you go. Oh, out of gears. So we'll kind of give this one a go. We'll drop this one off and see if that pops the achievement. If it doesn't, am I fussed about how many do we need? We need 60. Am I really going to hand make all of these? Now, oops. How about I change this into item Right, item dispensers. And this into item. Because why don't they ask for things like flow meters and stuff like that? Item dispensers. And then we will head up here. Grab like whatever that is for 500. Oops. Like that. I don't really need that many, do I? You make them? Because you can make all the machines. I haven't really done it in this playthrough. You can make all the machines in other machines, and that's what I started doing in my other playthrough. 2040, so we need like 12 more. Okay, with only stacked to 20. You can do, but I'm hand feeding everything in, so I'm like, because you can then do this compact build like these things, and just like have a whole row of them, and you don't have to bother. Oh, I need to put plastic in this and gears in that and iron plate in that, and so then I've just got like oodles of item dispensers and all that stuff. The millions of cable cranes that everybody apparently needs, for example. So that should do us there. Oh, it didn't go in. Okay. We'll let it make, we'll make the rest because we want some ourselves. But yes, we will see if this triggers. Where is Carter? Carter is in the mez. Oh, of course he's trapped there, isn't he? I say, I don't think this will pop the achievement, but I'm not making any more cable cranes. They can go to heck. Nah. No, don't know how far I am off. Okay, let's think instead about the other achievement. If we go to, well, what do we want to do? I think we need to set up the mining first. So if we go into the mine, I mean, we might get a double whammy effect, as in we're producing the iron bars as well as producing the iron plate. So we need to give that a whack. Oh, why can't that go in there? Oh, okay. Put that there. I needed to get the coal, didn't I? I didn't get the coal. And I didn't get... Oh, I've got 13 already, okay. I've recycled all my level 1 ones. But yeah, we need item dispensers again. Oh, not any gears. Okay. Haven't got any things. Fine. Belt, there we go. Oops. Because then if we do that... Slime is in the way. Excuse me, slime. And that... 90 a minute. And that produces 45 a minute. So we'll put 2 in. Well, it's sort of a waste doing them, isn't it, really? But whatever. If we go then, say, that way. And then get rid of you, maybe. Put that one there. And that should void them. And then we can do some more here. Move this, I think. Oh, it's got stuff in it. Okay. Get out of the way. So they're just chests, basically. There's no special... You can't move them around and automate them to deliver stuff or anything like that. They're just literally chests. And then... I'm going to squeeze that in. If it, you blooming slimes, move out the blooming way. Right. So if we were to go one... No, I couldn't fit that in, could I? If we go, say... One... No. It'll have to be... Don't think that works, is it? I can't possibly fit it in. So if we go instead with... Oops. Putting one there. And then maybe I do it on the other side. Maybe that's the issue. And then let's see. So if we go put that there. The item dispenser for coal there. And then if we have the other belt, oops, for another one in that way, where could we squeeze that in? If we put it there, a bit more room than that. Yeah, I could put an item dispenser there. Nope. That, and then that one comes out that way, say. No, I need to convert it into thingy, don't I? So put that there. No, I don't, because I need double the output. So if we put that like that, and then that there, and we void that. I can kind of cheat it as well, I guess, in that I could just put a machine, because I've got loads of iron plate just sort of knocking about, so I can have one that's, if these dang slimes will get out the dang way. Where have you gone? You know, that I could have an item dispenser there. And then all this iron ore that I've got knocking about. That cover everybody? I think so. And similarly, probably do one... Oh, don't really fit, does it? Because of how I've done that. That's fine though, I guess. Yeah, so we need to go and get a load of the item dispensers that we've made. So, because we can just chuck buffers in all over the shop. Or uncap them like I've done there, you see. And they'll run all day. Hopefully. What am I after? The item dispensers. And coal. Got room for coal? Not really. Okay. I mean, we don't need them to run, avoiding it. Oops. So we don't really need them to run. Full stop. You're in there. Deposit. Pick 50 back. Sort. Motors in there. What else? Winches. They were living in there, weren't they? Got the various gembos. We've got some extra stone. Some fiberglass. We've got the own dispenser, so I need the coal, basically, which I got there. Okay, let's see if we can take all of that. Okay. And then where was this? How much iron ore have I actually got sat about? 19. It's not actually that many, is it? Okay. But it's not that I need to do, it's this one. No, this one. Because it needs to be produced, doesn't it? Okay. I will effectively disable this, I think, by not putting the belt in. So I'll have to dash round first thing tomorrow. Setting chest limits. Slash throwing buffered things in. I've only got one buffer thing. Oh, I can make some more though. Not too many more though. Yeah, so if I remove the chest, the belt, and we put like 100 in, because I don't even need 100 in, do I? Because it's like super efficient. And I've got 100 in there. Yes, if we put 100 in, or if we can. And then that goes in there. Oh, I left the belt in, didn't I? So I don't want it burning through everything now. Okay, so that's going around that way. So this needs a item. No, that's not an item dispenser. That's an item dispenser. And then I need to take the belt out. And then, because we can do the same with copper. You know, we can turn it into, I don't know, copper wire or something. We'll put the coal in. And then there needs to be an item dispenser there. Oh, what have I got in the way? Slime is in the way. You dang slime. Yeah, we don't put the belt in. There. And then this one needs to be the dispensing of the iron. Them iron, what are they called? Iron bars. And that one will have coal from there, coal from there, coal from... Yeah, so we need to dash around. It's chugging away because it's gotten some coal. 13 coal, whatever. Okay. So that's that. Oh, look, we've got a random... It's probably quicker. I did have a chest that was like filling up with coal. Yeah, so these, for example, you know, I don't even filled it up as such, but I put loads in, and it's just all still here because with the efficiency, it doesn't really use it up very quickly at all. There it is. There's my chest. So if we get that, you see, this is full. Get that basically. 8:45. Yeah, we'll have time to go around. So I don't know whether this counts as produced or not. But we could easily set another one of them up over here. I've got plenty of miners, plenty of power. See if it does count. It's not going to hurt, is it? So much stone knocking about, it's ridiculous. I could also do something like put them on these. Because then that'll produce them. Where was I going? I was going to the other mine, which is this away. So we've got 11 of those left. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Let's just pop them on. A couple of them on. There's a toasty in the way. So yeah, we'll have to sort them out. And they obviously produce like double what we need for a single thing, but it's just easier to feed it in. Okay, so let's go to bed. See whether anybody's done any sensible requests. I suspect not, but we shall see. Produced items only 1750 today, and we donated 2,736. That suggests to me the stone does not count as produced. Okay. Because we won't have put all of our... Yeah, so the mined resource... It must count as mined resources. Okay. Don't matter though, I'm going to say... Just leave it there. I have a feeling, thinking about it, this kitchen is the extension. That's what it means. If so, that's a bit rubbish. I was onto you. I'd be a bit miffed if that's what I got as an extension. So what we could do, you see, because the supercomputers are like the end product, so we could pop a buffer in there, and that'll just chug away doing them. This has, I mean, that's filled up, but we've got a second one there. These two, I left Toasty in there, didn't I? I could take the limit off. And that will just use up loads of frames, which are quite a high product thing. I'm assuming their houses count. So we can avoid both of those. Because it might not count as me producing them, you see. That might be one of the tricks. Is that full? Crikey. So if we also put a buffer... there. Oh, does that not have... Why is that flashing? Oh, it's that inserty one. Okay, I shouldn't put it there then. If I want the computers to run. I should put it up here. That gets all of that flowing. I'm producing. I've gone in the building again. What else have we got? We could... Ooh, we could what? Anything else we can turn on here? I'm trapped. Oh, I'm properly trapped. There we go. Yeah, so the batteries are making, the fiberglass will be making. So these are not fast, are they? So maybe if we put a buffer in, it'll keep running. I've run out of buffers, and I need iron plate to make them, which is what these have got. So I'll just grab that. I'll make a couple more. One more. Two. So we need to dash in here. Put a whole load of belt. See, it's still running and it only got one load of coal, you see. That's like the point, really. Lasts for ages. Oh, she is. Okay, so that's all of them. We could also like do something here. I don't fancy it. I don't know whether like Michaels and stuff counts. We're obviously already voiding what's her faces. Hello, Omardin. I enjoy the way you talk to yourself, but also to the chat. Thank you very much. That's kind of the intention. I just tend to assume there is probably somebody there, because when I look back at I looked at the analytics afterwards, almost just to make sure, particularly on this, because I'm mostly a Factorio streamer. Welcome to the channel, by the way. I look at the thing just to make sure somebody is watching, because if no one's watching at all, like for any of the streams, then I'll do a different series or something. I'm not this, because I kind of want to finish. I have finished it now, but yeah. So when I look, because it's then obvious that there are, lurkers, as the term is called. I never really liked the term lurkers, but somebody is watching, sort of thing. So I just assume I'm talking to them. So I can hook this up as well, because these must count as me producing it. And this is all lovely quick iron plate and gears. That's all lovely speedy stuff. So we should get a couple of thousand out of that, hopefully. Yeah, just looking here and there. What's this game about? So this is a little rocket lab. What it's about is building a rocket, basically. As it turns out, that's kind of all it's about. What I'd assumed would happen, because I finished, so you could scrub back in the stream, I think, now on Twitch. But what I'd assumed we would be doing is launching more rockets. I thought it would go into an infinite gameplay type loop, and we would be tasked with just launching rockets and automating rocket production. It didn't do that. So I'm in the end game basically trying to tick off some achievements. What it does instead is it unlocks hard mode. And hard mode, as I was going to have a look at it, but I've just got distracted doing this. As I understand it, that is 5 times the cost. But basically this game, the point of it is to manufacture all the bits so that you can do research and then use that research. If I do it that way, to advance production of the rocket, and then eventually we have to make all the materials for the rocket, and then you launch the rocket, and that, as it turns out, is the end of the game. What is quick with copper? So we can make all of these bits and pieces. So if you're familiar with Factorio, Satisfactory, Dyson Sphere Program, all those sorts of games, it's basically in that vein. But this game, what it does is it says, well, what if Factorio, but also Stardew Valley? So we're in a village or a town, however you want to phrase it, and there are villagers around, and we can interact with them. There's little story, missions for them, sort of quests type things. We have a job board where we can do jobs for them. I should have looked at that. But we have a job board where we can look at jobs for them and we make them happy. So it has that little bit of a Stardew Valley type element to it. It's not very strong though. It's if you want to almost completely ignore it, you can't completely ignore it. But if you want to, get very close to ignoring it, 45 a minute, okay. 30 a minute. They're both rubbish then, aren't they? Because we would need to split them up. Is the wire seriously... Oh, it makes 30, but uses 60. Okay, so we can make them and void it. Okay. But we probably need a machine on each one. So the achievement I'm working on at the moment is basically just to produce 10,000 items in a day. And because I haven't got any purpose for making them, this chest gets emptied every night. So if we just fill it up, everything goes away, basically. So, as I say, it's sort of a little bit pointless production, but I'm really just trying to tick the box for the achievement. So that's kind of where we are with this. I'm going to need to divert that round, aren't they? Because this box will take more than the wire is producing. And do that, and then I can probably, oops, do in there as well. Wire. Yeah, because it's quite slow and greedy, the copper wire production. So we put that in there. But yes, that's the sort of purpose of it. What we're trying to do. See, it seems like a nice chill. Yeah, very much so. I mean, I've sort of rushed it a bit because, it's streaming and I want to show people new content and I want to learn new things in it. But yeah, it's very much a take it at your own pace thing. It doesn't even, it shows Stardew Valley style like days, but the days, you stay in a season for the entire stretch of a story chapter. So you're not even advancing time in the game, until this part, and now it's ticking up and I haven't got anything to do. This is an irrelevant number. I'm sure eventually it'll get to 28, like 4 weeks, and we'll go from summer to autumn. But yeah, I have a full series. So the whole playthrough is on my YouTube channel if you wanted to skip through it and skim through it. If I was a bigger channel and I had more resources to do it, I'd turn it into like a summary type, set of videos maybe, but yeah, I'm not, so just have to skim through the YouTube. There's only like 12 episodes. I think it's very short. It's like, I think I've played a total of 50 hours, and that's across 2 saves. So yeah, it's not a long game at all, really. It's also very forgiving. You have a recycler. I don't think I've got one, but I might be able to show you one over here, maybe. Here we go. So these are recyclers, and if anything you recycle, you get 100% of what you put into it. So if you accidentally make, a whole load of machines that you don't need, just stick them in a recycler and it gives them back to you. The resources back to you. So if you've done something expensive, then that's fine. But there's like a train. I might as well go and see it. I don't know that there's anything. I kind of just cross my fingers now and hope that that's enough. It should be. I notice these aren't really running, but that's fine. So it should be. It's already filled this up. Look. Yeah, so we'll have to see if that ticks the box. If it doesn't, I'm probably going to just knock it on the head. I'm a bit done with this now. I didn't look at the job board, did I? So this is job board. You see, so this is a way of small motors. I think we can just do, can't we? Because Noah's got them. Oops. And then Dotty. Unloaders 20 off. That might be a bit of a pain. 20 drills. Ah, that's very doable. So basically then you're tasked with, you've got to make these items and deliver them to them. That's what happens, and that will get them a little extra boost in happiness. So what do I need to do? I need 20 drills. How many have I already got? I've got 27, so I already got them. And then 40 small motors. 40 small motors. We have exactly 40 small motors, so that's right. So where is everyone? We've got somebody's at the university, and then okay, no, they're not. They're on the bridge, aren't they? This is Michael here. Whatever he's going to do with 20 drills. I'm sure it's nothing nefarious. But yeah, so you know, I've really enjoyed playing it through. Actually, it's been good fun. Because one of the things it's not done, you sometimes get a thing in these games where they ramp up the production just to an insane degree, just to be like, oh well, that's then 30 hours of content, and it didn't do that. You know, there were big numbers, but not insane. You know, you could just leave a machine running for a couple of days and it made what you needed. Whereas, like, you know, Satisfactory, you have to set up this gigafactory just to do 10% of what it asks you at the end. It's bonkers in my opinion. So I say what Tia's making, I don't know, because she's getting some real resource things come in. And again, I didn't see the achievement pop, so we've not got 50 of them. What we got then? So really just a case of waiting the day out, really. What could I do? Oh, I could show you the train, actually. If you've not seen that. There's also things like, this is like the mayor's office. I mean, this is one of like this is like why I would say it's like fun and a bit interesting and a bit different is that, oops, you go through, get to a point where you start building factories in people's houses, and like at their request, this isn't me forcing this to happen, but you know, we got this quest to build this machinery that then makes these I think these are bearings. What are you? Status, there we go. And we've done that on several. So we've got one that's making steel, one that's making gears, one that's making small motors. I say that's, you know, that to me was quite, and it gives you then a different challenge because you're trying to fit an entire factory, which could be quite complicated, into a tiny little building. I can't get past the power pole. In fact, I can't come past any of that. So here's another one, for example. So here we've got a much more complicated factory where we're recycling computers and turning them into plastic scraps and circuits, and then turning those into the green circuit things here. So yeah, there's a whole that element to the. Yeah, I can't get past any of that element to the game as well. If I was to make any criticism, it would be that the social side of it is a bit undercooked. I say you can almost completely ignore it. You know, not quite. There's a couple of bits you've got to do, but like giving people gifts and raising the heart levels, it's just for an achievement. And they got this. This is the machine god, the clock tower. And apparently if you throw things in here, the one I do know that I did was you throw a gear wheel in and it gives you a thing that's very useful. But I believe you can throw other things in. Not that I've tried it. Let's steel beam. Is that going to give us anything? Nope. I say, so I couldn't be bothered to test out loads of stuff. How are we doing? So, 825. And like this, I mean, Toasty itself, you know, it's literally a toaster. I can see with the, you know, the bread slicers on the top, slots on the top, and the handle there. And if we pull the handle, which is right click, it drops this. I don't know what it is. Instead of spiked, you know, like a spiked ball thing at the front, and you can. It like helps you pick things up, but you can also cut grass with it. You know, so there's a lot of weird, quirky things in it that, so I think give it a nice, different, and interesting touch. I think it's only 20 quid. It's not expensive. Okay. So getting close to time. I say if we've not done it, then I'll probably just knock the head on the stream because I can't be bothered to keep going through the job board and just doing random jobs. In case it doesn't run properly overnight, we're going to stay up till kind of as close as we can till 10:45. We might chuck a ball for Leo. In the old bedroom. Oh, you get that warning as well. So if you stay up past midnight, unless you've taken some coffee, you you fall asleep basically. But the punishment for that is almost negligible. You get a shorter day the next day. Basically, you sleep in. Which, given you've got infinite days and time doesn't really matter, is no real punishment. It's not like Stardew. In Stardew, if you fall asleep, you lose stuff from your inventory. Although there's a way of recovering it now. But yeah, it's not punishing at all. I can pet Leo. It is Leo. I keep calling him Leo. It is Leo, isn't it? Watch it not be his name. There we go, Leo. He's already at 5 hearts, so we don't really need to do this. But yeah, you see, so we've got the different levels of friendship, and you give people gifts, and so Noah likes bugs and forageables, and you can pick them up, you see, so it's the whole Stardew thing, really. And you get this guy, scrubs the washing machine, the cantankerous washing machine. Oh, I can do, we can do furniture, I can move these around, if I really wanted. Buy some more furniture. So yeah, it is, got a lot of features in it, but bandwagon on this old clock has been taped over. Can I turn the... No, can't turn that on. Can't turn the sink on. Anything like that. But yeah, there's like coffee here that you can take to stay up late. We will go to bed though and hope we get the ping. We didn't get the ping, did we? Produced, there we go, 10,000 items in a single day. Super duper. So that's another achievement ticked off. I will go and have a look at the job board, see if there is something super easy today. But otherwise, I think I'm done. We'll chuck the ball for Leo, so I don't need to do it, but it's just a nice thing to do. El doggo. I mean, I probably will come back out, in my free time and just grind out the quests for people, and just like spend time giving them gifts and seeing what they like and all that sort of stuff. So what we got? 50 unloaders, annoying. 30 furnaces. Level 2 though, annoying. 40 servos. I think we could probably just do that one. Because I think I might have servos in here. If not, say I think we're done. Got 40? That's not the right box. Yes, okay. Where is Carter's at the mayor's, isn't he? Let's just do that one. I mean, I could. You see, I can keep rolling basically. So effectively, I can just go to bed and it will do a new set of delivery quests. But that's going to be quite tedious for us both, for all of us. No, didn't pop the achievement. Okay. The reason you do the job board things is money, basically, because what Carter sells here, what he has to offer is, looks like you bought all the upgrades we have, excellent work, is upgrades to your farm. So your plot of land here, up at the old farm, you don't have, when you start, I can't get through there. You don't have this water tower, and you don't have this extension. This is like out the back. That's all locked off. And then there's an upgrade to the house that I think is this bit, but I can't remember whether that was there or not. because otherwise it doesn't change. So that costs a total of about, I think it's 95,000 gold coins. So most people do the job board quests in order to earn that money and then thing. But what I did was I used crystals. Not called crystals. What are they called? Synthesizers. And these used to make diamonds. They're now making quartz for the other recipe. But I had them making diamonds and I was selling the diamonds. I became a diamond dealer, basically. So yes, that is it. And I think we're going to call it there. I say what I will probably almost certainly do is grind through all of the quests. I'll probably tear this apart. In fact, why don't we start? I'll show you. So this is Toasty's worth getting. You don't have him to start with. He's worth getting because he lets you do this, where you just run around deconstructing everything in one fell swoop. Makes rebuilding really, really easy. Yeah, and I say, if you've made something by accident, make too many of them, you can very, very easily just... oh, there's a rock there. Very, very easily recycle them, basically. So it's very, very forgiving. But yes, we will call it a day there. So I will go to bed. So that it only saves when you go to sleep at the moment. They're meant to be adding that. But yeah, I say my only complaints would be that there is no end game. What we're doing now is just ticking boxes for a set of achievements, which we could have got during the game, I guess, if I was paying attention. But we don't have to. What I was hoping was we would build another rocket. You know, we would just keep cycling through rockets. But you don't have to do that. There is no end game to that in that way. But also the social side of it is undercooked, but I don't think that's everyone's cup of tea anyway. So I say those would literally be my only two complaints. So in the end, I was only half an hour short on the stream. That's fine. I'll hit continue there so that it saves, and then I'll escape. Cool. So yes, that is it for... Oh, thank you. Did you subscribe as well, by the way? Somebody did, and they didn't say anything. Yes, thank you very much for the sub, whatever that was. Yes, so that is it for today, and for this weekend, and for this year. I will not be streaming again until the new year. I will actually be taking an extended break. So my Christmas holiday will be at the very least 3 weekends, probably 4. When I return, the schedule will be ever so slightly different in that I will be doing 2-hour streams. I think that's my plan. I think that's what I decided on. Probably starting at 5 o'clock GMT. So starting an hour later and going for 2 hours. Because I think that's going to give me a little bit better of a balance. Because we finished Little Rocket League, I'm not going to grind out the other 2 achievements on stream. I will probably bring back Crash Story 2 Spaced Out. Whoever it is that's disliking that, I would appreciate if you stopped. It's a bit annoying, given it's no one's very few people are watching, and it's like huge proportion. If you don't like the stream, just don't watch it. And because YouTube ignores you. In fact, YouTube does the opposite. Disliking counts as engagement. So if you're disliking things to try and not get them shown, if you don't like me, just block me. That's how you get rid of people out of your feeds. If you don't like the stream, all you're doing is disappointing the streamer. Yes, so we'll probably bring back Crash Story 2 as Spaced Out. I'm just planning to run that through until I've done it basically until I've hit the end. But I will also probably bring back Satisfactory. I have not done the train thing because I really struggle with Satisfactory. Especially now that it gets into the big production phase, because without proper blueprinting, I just find it really annoying. It's just I've said this many times before. I want more automation in my automation game. This is fine. This type of scale of hand production is fine, and I'm not hand producing a lot other than the requests. You can set up a couple of machines. It does what you need to do, and you can go and leave it, and it makes all your requests. That's fine. But Satisfactory with its make me 50,000 of the most complicated thing that requires 100,000 of this and 200,000 and that. It's just bonkers without giving you the tools to do it, blueprinting and bots and stuff. So yeah, I will, I'm sure, quickly get very frustrated and probably abandon that series again. But yes, that will not be until the end of January, possibly even February. I'm going to focus my weekends on putting together the videos. Speaking of which, over on YouTube, you will find my series that I'm currently doing, which is mostly a Factorio lore series where I'm diving into what I think the lore is for Factorio. It doesn't tell you a lot of lore, and there's a lot of gaps to fill in, which is really fun for me because that's what I enjoy doing. That series goes up once a month. If you want to get early access to it, then there's channel memberships available. That's what that gives you, as well as some outtakes from those videos and an extra series where I'm doing the retrospectives. I used to do Friday Facts deep dives, and I will do again. They've said that those might return for Factorio. So I'm looking at all the speculation I did and whether I got it right and whether I got it wrong, and what actually turned out to be the case in the finished Space Age. That's a member exclusive, and I get access to that for £4.99 a month. What I'd like to do, if that grows, if membership does grow, become a little bit more significant, is do basically some what would you want me to do type things. What videos would you want me to make, and make those videos, but also maybe do member streams, something like that, maybe. Just an extra thing. Difficulty with it is always that people aren't in the same time zone. I'm quite international. There's I've started looking at the analytics because I've got monetization now on YouTube, and it's like German, American, and what was the other one that surprised me? I think it might be Polish or something. I can't remember, but like English. So UK was like 5th or something. Yes, so there's all that. If you are watching on Twitch, you can also watch on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also watch on Twitch, because I use Restream to stream to both. But it is YouTube that is the only one with the archive of the VODs. This series, all my Factorio series, which is dozens of, Satisfactory, Dyson Sphere Program, Tectonica. I'd quite like to play some of the other ones that have come out recently, the Alchemy Factory, but also the Mine Mogul looks really interesting. So I'd love to play some of them as well, maybe. And maybe that's what I'll come back with streaming with. I don't know. If you want to follow me on socials, Blue Sky's the only one I'm even vaguely active on, and I'm not even active on that. For example, I forgot to put a post on today saying that I was going live. So I really don't. I'm really not going to spam up your feed on that because I just don't use it. But there is Twitter and Discord if you really want it as well. And I think that's it. That's all my self-promo stuff, I think, done. Is that right? Yeah, I've got the videos. Got the Twitch, got the YouTubes. I guess I could also say, if you celebrate Christmas or one of the other festivals that are around this time of year, I don't. I'm not religious in any way, shape or form, but I go and see my family, and we have a big feast. Then have a good celebration, and hopefully you'll get some time, at least with, off work at this time of year. So. Yes, so I think that's absolutely everything. I will be back at some point with streaming in the new year. Look out for video. Oh, I guess the other thing with videos, there's a video on Substructure that I've turned a 1-minute trailer into an hour-long analysis, because that's what I do. But there's also my latest video on why the Shattered Planet would have been shattered, which seemed to be quite popular. People were really engaging on it. And giving their theories. So those are available as well. So yes, so if you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Little Rocket Lab. Thanks for watching. Cheers.